Hey guys, it's Finn and welcome back to another day of Finn's Vlogs. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different and I'm going to sort of narrate kind of what all happened today because we did a lot of stuff and I kind of thought it'd be kind of a fun way to more talk about what was going on as opposed to just going through each thing chronologically. So yeah, first thing we did this morning, we got up at around 10 a.m. which is, you know, not too early. Our friend came over and he was going to kind of show us all around Amsterdam. He's lived here for a very long time, so he knows all of the ins and outs of Amsterdam. And so he kind of showed us around today, and the first thing we did was go get some breakfast. So I got a nice coffee, and you know, we got some pannenkoeken, and I was actually really surprised because I thought that pancakes were pancakes, but it turns out that pancakes in Holland are actually crepes. So I was slightly disappointed. It was still amazing, but it was definitely a crepe and not a pancake. So yeah, a little disappointed. So anyway, we all got some pancakes or pannenkoeken, whatever, and it was really good. It was a great meal, and by that time it was getting pretty late, so we thought we should head out and see all the things we needed to see that day. So we started, you know, walking down the street, and he started, you know, narrating and telling us all the things, you know, that we need to know. And it was really cool to kind of get the, you know, the down low on what all the buildings were called and, you know, what they were and why they were there. And he's actually an architect, so that was kind of interesting, kind of to see things from more of an architectural standpoint. And he got to tell us just a lot more about Amsterdam that we didn't know, so that was super cool. He brought us to one of the main Amsterdam sort of squares also, where there was some people playing some music, and there was also Darth Vader, which was pretty cool. Apparently there's some sort of protest going on there as well. I have no idea what it was about, but there was, you know, there was some playing some music, and there were some people out there and whatever, and I don't know, I was pretty confused, but we'll get more into that later. It kind of comes up again. So anyway, from there he brought us to this sort of cool passageway area that went to a museum and also an old orphanage, so it was pretty cool. It looked very nice. And in the museum there was this giant statue of David and Goliath, which was pretty cool. It looked sort of like a giant puppet, and apparently it used to be in an amusement park, so that was kind of fun. I can just kind of imagine this big, you know, kind of medieval amusement park. Apparently Goliath was like the centerpiece for like a giant maze you had to go through and find it, so it was pretty interesting, just stuff you would never know if you didn't have someone to kind of show you around, so it was kind of fun. And after that he showed us this really cool sort of secret spot in Amsterdam. I don't really know any of the names of these places. I didn't really remember. I'm sure he told us them all, but I don't remember. But it was a really nice little square with all these nice little houses going around and a little statue in the middle. It was just so peaceful, and there was like nobody there. Amsterdam was a very busy city, so it was really amazing to find just a nice peaceful place like that with nobody. And the grass was really beautiful. It was just quiet and serene, and it was really, really nice. And there was also a really cool church in there. There was people in there though, so we kind of had to rush in, rush out, and try to be as quiet as we could, not to, you know, disrespect the people who were in the church. So that was really nice. And there was also these like really cool little like figurines in the wall, and he told us that those were actually how they used to determine people's houses. You know how today we have house numbers? Well, they used to have these little things, and they were like, you know, just to say whose house it was, and so you could easily say, oh yeah, like, you know, I'm the Abraham house, and then everyone would know that that was the picture of Abraham in the text, you know, whatever. But obviously eventually that got ruled out because there'd be too many of the same, and that could get really confusing. But anyway, after that we continued on, and he sort of brought us to another sort of secret corridor, and it was a bookstore. It was really cool. It was like kind of a whole line of bookstores, all the people selling all kinds of old books, and it was a really cool atmosphere in there. Another really quiet place just with lots of books, and it kind of came out, and then there was like another little area with lots and lots of flowers and really pretty buildings. And I can't really describe how nice it is to just be walking around Amsterdam and find these cool secret little corridors that just are, you know, just so peaceful and so quiet. It's not like in London and Paris where there's just these giant buildings, these huge cathedrals and all these things, and like, you know, cars going past like crazy, whatever. It's more just like bikes, you know, and small paths and little places like this. It's just really nice, and it was such a great day walking around and finding all these things. So yeah, after we went to that sort of bookstore, we continued on, and he brought us to some of the nicer canals in Amsterdam. There are so many beautiful canals in Amsterdam. We're on one right now in this houseboat. There were some other ones too that were really cool that had some towers by them and all kinds of different things. So that was cool to see a bunch more of the canals. And after that we made our way to the Heineken experience. Turns out you don't have to be over 18 to go to the Heineken experience. You just get like another little band that says like, you know, no alcohol, and then you can't do any of the, you know, alcohol tasting or whatever, and you just get like Coke. So it was kind of funny. Next year I'll be able to do the Heineken experience and actually drink beer. But anyway, it was just kind of fun. So we did go to the Heineken experience. This is what the Heineken experience building looks like. It was pretty cool, and we waited in kind of a long line to go to the Heineken experience. It wasn't really that long. It was probably like a 10-minute lineup, so not too bad. and then we went in, and it was kind of fun. It was very touristy. It was very just sort of, you know, here's all these little Heineken things, like, you know, these little badges and stars, and, you know, just little things that have to do with the, you know, Heineken history. You know, like the guy that invented the pasteurization that is used in Heineken beer, and all kinds of little things. It was pretty cool. It's just kind of sort of like a museum. It's kind of a funny idea when you think about that, to have a museum that's just around beer, but it was kind of fun, and they had like a little ride you go through. So those things you stand on, and it kind of like shakes around, and you like are the beer, and it shows you all the kinds of things that you would go through up until you get, you know, put into the bottle and then shipped off to wherever you're going to. So I mean, it was kind of a fun experience, and you get to taste the beer after that. So everyone gets a little thing of beer, and they tell you how to exactly drink it and how to taste it, and they also show you, you know, how to pour it, and just all kinds of different things. It was definitely, I think, worth the money. It was still pretty fun, and afterwards you get an amazing burger, it was just like a super good burger. I don't know, it was one of the best burgers I've ever had. It was like super thick. It was like almost impossible to eat, but it was really good, and we got to sit on top of the whole building and kind of see the view out, and it was an amazing view of sort of all of Amsterdam. It wasn't extremely high, but you can still see quite a bit, so it was really nice just kind of to relax and have a burger. And then we have all those beer tokens that you get from going to the Heineken experience. I think we had like 5 beer tokens left over or something like that we didn't use, so we just gave them all to our friend, and he's gonna hopefully use them again sometime. I don't know if you can't use them again, but you definitely get a lot of beer, so if you want to go there and get a lot of beer. Anyway, that's enough about beer. I should probably end off the vlog here. Hope you guys enjoyed watching it. It was definitely kind of a different style, but I want to try and do it. I thought it would be kind of fun. And yeah, after we did the Heineken experience, we just came back to the houseboat, kind of chilled for a little bit, and I edited the vlog, and then I did this. So yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Again, let me know in the comments if you like this sort of style, or if you'd rather I just sort of chronologically went through and did everything like I was doing previously. So yeah, let me know. Hope you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you all tomorrow for another video in Amsterdam. Peace.